Many of us have worked for 20 to 30 years trying to enhance science, primary, secondary and tertiary, and at a research level. We know there's fantastic things going on, pockets of excellence all over our country, but what we really need is this kind of upscaling, where we can aggregate our best efforts, get the best minds thinking about how we can actually improve across all of these levels, but particularly in terms of pre-service. A lot of us know about the difficulties of upscaling, whether it's primary connections, whether you're trying to upscale or whatever, at whatever scale. There's many challenges, and obviously it's a matter of bringing best practice to this. As Steve was saying, the 4 universities have strong records of collaboration with science centres, in our case quantum, with the faculty, with lots of endeavour and enthusiasm by individuals for those partnerships. And it really raises that very large question of how do you habituate reciprocity? This is the really big question for our project, and we think it's got to be about personal relationships, it's got to be about long-term stuff, it's got to be about a shared vision of what's possible. You probably didn't memorise the 7 innovations, but I'm going to briefly look at 2 of them. The first is the innovation around pre-service and science. We think we've got 2 very good contributions to that innovation. The first is related to pre-service at Bundoora, where we have a strong relationship with Charles Latrobe College, which gives us an opportunity for teachers and pre-service teachers to work with scientists in enriching the program. As Steve said, it's not just about content. The whole thrust of this has got to be about a creative approach to inquiry. If science is just going to stay memorising things, then the 50 years, the 20, the 30 years we put into this won't alter. It's got to be about a new understanding of reasoning in science. Some of us in the room are really keen to understand what it means to reason in terms of scientific discovery and appreciating how science works. So we have a site at Bundoora which will enable strong partnerships to be built upon systematically. We already have some in place, but there's scope in this project to extend that, where teachers, pre-service teachers in teams of 2 will work with scientists to young researchers at the university and in other contexts to strengthen the pre-service experience. Not a content injection, but an understanding of the nature of science and the reasoning around scientific inquiry that actually energises and excites scientists. The second main site that we'll be looking at in terms of Innovation 1 is something that Steve also spoke about, the huge need for a systematic approach to regional improvement of science experience. We've got nearly 1,000 students going through Bendigo. There's an opportunity currently for those students in their 3rd year to plan an integrated program between science and technology. And we see this program as a further chance to augment and increase the engagement of the pre-service science teachers by contact with scientists in terms of understanding key topics and informing their development of curriculum. Not just so they have a pleasing experience during that topic, but that they get genuinely energised about scientific thinking. 5 minutes is very brief. The other one is Innovation 4. And as is the case with the 4 universities and in our state, there is a strong, long tradition of very valuable, productive relationships between the science centres and the universities, as outlined by Russell, and you'll probably hear in the other presentations. At Latrobe, we have this strong relationship with Quantum, built around personal relationships and shared collaborative experiences both at the university and at the Science Centre. This project is again a chance to augment that work, to link up with the other science centres and to have an aggregating effect of what are often brilliant programs around particular topics and subjects as listed there, so that there is genuine scope to enrich the experience of teachers, pre-service teachers, with partnerships between the centre, the teachers and pre-service teachers. We do some of this, but what we're talking about is a much more systematic window for improving these outcomes. We're also aware, as was said before, a lot of the teachers are teaching out of field and there is a need for partnerships in schools where out of field teachers are working with science trained teachers, and we see potential for that to happen in terms of the Science Centre and the support programs. That's a brief glimpse, but we think it's a very exciting opportunity the next 3 years. Thank you.